Shri Parashakti Vidyala CBSE Class 9th Standard Subject English.
Dear children, hope you're fine. Today we are going to learn the third chapter in your textbook Beehive, The Little Girl, written by Catherine Mansfield. Before you read the lesson, I'll give you a short introduction. Do you feel you know your parents better now than when you were much younger? Perhaps you now understand the reasons for some of their actions that used to upset you earlier. This story about a little girl whose feelings for her father changed from fear to understanding will probably find an echo in every home. Now I'll read the first paragraph. To the little girl, he was a figure to be feared and avoided. Every morning before going to work, he came into her room and gave her a casual kiss, to which she responded with "Goodbye, father." And oh, there was a glad sense of relief when she heard the noise of the carriage growing fainter and fainter down the long road. In the evening, when he came home, she stood near the staircase and heard his loud voice in the hall. "Bring my tea into the drawing room. Hasn't the paper come yet? Mother, go and see if my paper's out there, and bring me my slippers." The name of the little girl is Kezia. She feared and avoided her father. He refers to Kezia's father. Every morning before going to work, he gave a casual kiss to Kezia. Father, she responded with "Goodbye, father." Here, a figure to be feared means a person to be feared. Avoid means keep away. Casual means without deep affection. Glad means happy. His presence at home frightened her very much. She felt happy and relieved when he has gone to work. In the evening, he would ask for the newspaper and tea after coming back from his office. Kezia's father was a very busy man and she was afraid of him. Her father would always give her instruction but never made any effort to know what she expected from him. Now I'll read the second paragraph. Kezia, mother would call to her, "If you are a good girl, you can come down and take off father's boots." Slowly the girl would slip down the stairs, more slowly still across the hall, and push open the drawing room door. By the time he had his spectacles on, looked at her over them in a way that was terrifying to the little girl. "Well, Kezia, hurry up and pull up these boards and take them outside. Have you been a good girl today?" "I don't know, father." The little girl's mother told her to come down and take off her father's boots. Her mother told her that that was her reward for being a good girl. She had a problem of stuttering only when she talked to her father because she was afraid of her father's terrifying look. Now I'll read the third and fourth paragraphs. You don't know? If you stutter like that, mother will have to take you to the doctor. She will never stuttered with other people. Had quite given it up, but only with father, because then she was trying so hard to say these words properly. "What's the matter? What are you looking so wretched about?" "Mother, I wish you taught this child not to appear on the brink of suicide." "Here, Kezia, carry my teacup back to the table carefully." He was so big, his hands and his neck, especially his mouth when he yawned. Thinking about him alone was like thinking about a giant. On Sunday afternoons, grandmother sent her down to the drawing room to have a nice talk with father and mother. But the little girl always found mother reading and father stretched out on the sofa, his handkerchief on his face, his feet on one of the best cushions, sleeping soundly and snoring. Here, Kezia was able to speak without stuttering, but in her father's presence, she stuttered and had all those speech problems. In an attempt to speak normally in her formidable father's presence, she stuttered. Stutter means stammer. In spite of all, Kezia's father had a loving heart. Kezia's mother told her to carry teacup to the table. She had no courage to speak properly before her father because his hands, neck, and mouth were very big to the little girl. He appeared her like a giant. Her grandmother sent Kezia down to the drawing room on Sunday afternoons so that she can have a nice talk with them. She always found mother reading and father stretched out on the sofa and sleeping on the sofa, covering his face with handkerchief and keeping his feet on one of the best cushions. You see the picture here. The little girl is Kezia. Now I'll read the continuation of fourth paragraph. She sat on a stool, gravely watched him until he woke and stretched, and as the time, then looked at her. Don't stare so, Kezia, you look like a little brown owl. One day, when she was kept indoors with a cold, her grandmother told her that father's birthday was next week and suggested she should make him a pincushion for a gift out of a beautiful piece of yellow silk. Here, gravely means seriously. Kezia sat on a stool staring at her father. Her father woke up after some time and asked her why she was staring at him like a brown owl. One day, Kezia's grandmother told her and suggested her to make a pincushion to gift it to her father on his birthday. Whether Kezia makes the pincushion or not and what happens next. Let us find out in the next session. Thank you very much.